Yeah, you know, a man always misses what he mishandled, especially if he know he ain't gonna find it again. Now, 9 times out of 10, that man don't even miss you. He just bored, horny, or heard you was moving on. Again, just remember those 3. That man, 9 times out of 10, don't even miss you. He's just bored, horny, or heard that you was moving on. But in the rare instance that that man does miss you, I guarantee you it's because he mishandled you whenever he had access to you. Because men always miss what they mishandled. They had a woman that was checking on them to make sure that they was good, to make sure that they ate for the day. Now, you know, when they come home, they coming home to silence. Don't nobody care if he ate. The girl's only looking for a free meal out of him. Now it's definitely, it's like what they say. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Truth is, a lot of men, they know what they got before it's gone. They just think it ain't going nowhere. So whenever it finally finds the courage to go somewhere, now all of a sudden, yes, they miss that girl. Oh man, I miss my girl. But what happened whenever you had her? What happened whenever she was trying to love on you in the form of asking you, who else are you giving yourself to? Who else has access to you? Where do you plan on going? How long do you plan on being out? I'm going to wait up for you, but I got to know something. When she loved you in that form, you didn't miss that. You had her missing you even though you was with her every single day. You had her missing you even though physically you was with her every single day. You had somebody who remembered your mama's birthday, but now nobody's remembering yours. You had peace waiting for you at the door. Now chaos greets you in the mirror because you know how badly you messed up. Here's what a lot of us as men discover way too late. And that's that you don't miss the crown. You miss the queen who wore it. You don't miss the love. You miss the woman who knew how to love you better than you even loved yourself. Call a spade a spade. That man don't be texting y'all at 2 a.m. talking about he miss you because he's evolved and he understands the error of his ways and, you know, he's going through the work and he's going through the evolution. No. He's texting you at 2 o'clock in the morning because his sheets are cold and his life is colder. A man always misses what he mishandled. And then by that time, a grown woman has learned to already handle herself. Now, I'm saying all of this because I want to put it in perspective for those of y'all who got to do talking about he miss you, and you vulnerable. He's tugging on your heartstrings. You considering like, man, did I give up too easily? Did I walk away too quickly? Should I give things another chance? I'm here to just help you qualify yay or nay. There are very rare exceptions to this rule, but the rule is still the rule for a reason. And that's that if that man mishandled you and he's talking about he misses you, he should miss you. He should. He should miss the woman who made his ordinary life feel like an answered prayer. The same life that he complained about daily as if you were the problem with said life. He should miss you. But does that mean that you should give him another chance? No. No. Your magic was in making the mundane feel meaningful. But he constantly treated your love, your presence, your desire for communication, your desire for connection, your desire to evolve and grow with him, to make plans, to be accountable. He treated that like it was a burden. He treated it like you were the problem. I'm telling you, like when a man talk about he missed you, I want y'all to take a little power away from that word. Because men always miss the translator who spoke fluently in his needs, all while he remained illiterate in yours. Always. Always. You decoded his silence when he ignored your words. Of course he misses you. You were the blessing he didn't deserve. You were the blessing he didn't deserve. You spoke every love language of his, but he stayed monolingual in taking, receiving, but not reciprocating. Again, I just want to put this in perspective, and y'all let me know if you agree or disagree. 9 times out of 10, when that man saying he miss you, and he mishandled you, it's not because he's changed. It's not because he's better. It's not because he's learned his lessons. Like I said before, it's because he bored, horny, or heard you was moving on. You predicted that man's every need. You knew his frustration meant when he was hungry. You knew that whenever he was quiet, that meant that he must have been stressed. You knew that whenever he got distant, that meant that he was overwhelmed. You read his moods like scripture. All he did was skim your heart like it was spam mail. Discard it after he got done with it. No. We're not going to continue to give weight to that whole I miss you. And there is a such thing as a man missing you, and he's not on all of this time. But again, this is typically a man who has not yet fumbled you, who has not lost you. If a man means it whenever he says he misses you, if he means it, it's typically because y'all are still together. He misses your presence, your essence, your closeness, but he ain't fumbled you. That's whenever I miss you has some weight. That's whenever I miss you should mean something to you. Like alpha males, they'll miss you, but they miss you while still being with you. They miss you because they're at work and they've been working for the last 6 hours, 4 hours, and they're ready to come home to get back to you, to love on you some more. Not because they didn't love you correctly the first time they had an opportunity. I want to reframe the whole I miss you. When you hearing it from somebody who played in your face, who disrespected you every chance that they got, who couldn't get far enough away from you, that whole I miss you is just I miss having access to you. I miss the convenience of you. I miss playing with you because ain't nobody else letting me play with them. That's all that is. He don't miss the gardener. He misses the garden that he never tended to. He misses the harvest that he never earned. That's all that is. But when he was with you, he needed all this space. But now that he's not with you, he realizes you were never taking up his space. You were the one holding space, creating space for him. It was you, your presence, that made room for his dreams. But he needed distance from the very thing that was really giving his whole life dimension. You made space for his hobbies. You made space for his dreams, his friends, his need to still grow up in certain areas, to heal in certain ways. You made space. And he couldn't get far enough away from you whenever you were still in a relationship with him, but all of a sudden now he missed you. No. Again, I want to reframe the I miss you to be more accurate. The real accurate version of I miss you from a man that played in your face is, you know what? I found a lot of ego stroking and being able to say I had access to you. And now that I don't, my ego doesn't feel so inflated. My ego doesn't feel, it doesn't feel so soothed. Basically, when he says, I miss you, he's saying that he confused your softness with weakness until he was left holding all the hard edges of his life alone. He thought your gentleness was fragility. That's what he thought. That's what he's admitting. That's his confession. Your soft words during his harsh days, your gentle touch during his rough times. That's what he's missing. But evolved men, alpha males, don't miss what they mishandle. They handle with care the very first time because they know they don't ever want to miss it. Not in that context. But men who do mishandle women operate like toddlers with toys. They break it, but then they cry when it's broken, when they don't have it anymore, when it gets taken away. Destruction followed by devastation. That's their normal pattern. And it ain't nothing gonna change if you respond to his I miss you by letting him back in to play with you all over again. Those types of men create the loss that they lament. They ignore your calls, then wonder why you eventually stop calling. They take you for granted, then can't understand why you're gone. Treat you like an option, then get confused whenever you finally decide you're going to opt out. When you say, take me out the crew chat. Just like children. Honestly, just like children. Those who slam toys, then sob over the pieces of them. I got 3 kids. That's just how they act. Now, they kids, so they supposed to act like that. We're talking about grown men. These dudes will literally destroy their blessings and then demand sympathy for their loss from the one that they destroyed. And again, if this is you, you're not responsible for replacing what he broke. His ladder of realization of your worth, that's not his growth. That's a reflection of his inconvenience of replacing you. I guaranteed you that he tried. Recognizing your value only through your absence, that's not evolution. His enlightenment, his enlightenment is really just enrollment of the cost of your replacement. What he can't do. I hope I'm making sense to somebody. And if I'm making sense to you right now, because a lot of people don't want to talk like this because they're afraid of hurting some guys' feelings and being innocent, I ain't afraid. They're going to cancel me, they're going to cancel me. If they're going to cancel me, I might as well get it off my chest now. But if you agree with anything that I'm saying, find a little arrow down there and hit the share button. If you bold enough, you ain't got to say it. I'll be the one to say it. I can fight. They can't beat me up. Hit the share button and comment the word shared so I can shout you out, show you some love. Autumn says, what if he doesn't say sorry? He doesn't say he feels bad about anything. Autumn, honestly, I would say this. If that man refuses to say sorry, that's honestly one of the most respectful things he can do. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying that because I think it's respectful that he doesn't acknowledge what he did. I'm saying at least he saves both of y'all time and you even being fooled into thinking that he's apologetic. The words I'm sorry by themselves honestly don't hold enough weight because the real I'm sorry is changed behavior. That's the real I'm sorry. The real I'm sorry is not putting you in this position to have to apologize to you in the first place, especially if it's something he should have known from the beginning. That's the real I'm sorry. But if he's sparing you the time and energy of you even listening to him, give that fake apology. You should be thankful and see him on about his way. Again, I'm not saying he shouldn't acknowledge what he did. I actually don't even like saying the words I'm sorry or whatever unless I've already coupled it with changed behavior on said things. Acknowledgement of what he did wrong? Yes. Accountability? Yes. Change behavior. The I'm sorry should be an echo to those things. Now, if he won't even acknowledge that what he did wrong, again, he's only saving you the trouble. Let him go on about his way. Let him go on about his way. Don't even waste your time even saying I'm sorry or something like that. He know he don't mean it. Good. Veronica, thank you for sharing, love. Tammy, thank you for sharing. Yeah, if you hit that share button, let me know. Veronica, I appreciate you. But the same mouth that be saying I miss you, a lot of times is attached to the very same man that made you miss yourself. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. His missing you doesn't erase him dismissing you. The nostalgia that you might feel with him or for what y'all had, that doesn't nullify the damage that he caused. He misses you, but you missed yourself more when you were with him. You missed your confidence that he criticized away. Your joy that he drained daily. Think about that whenever he says he misses you. Your peace that he persistently and consistently disturbed. His I miss you, that comes from the same man who made you disappear while present with him. Made you feel small. Made you erase yourself to try to love him. So him missing what he basically destroyed, that don't deserve no sympathy. That deserves your silence. Kathy, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you, love. Pamela, you too. Yeah, if you share, find a little arrow down there, share this, and then comment the word share. Angel says, I love him, but I need to walk away. How do I respectfully deliver my exit without hurting him? You thinking about the wrong thing, sis. You thinking about hurting him. We got to take people. This is why I make the courses that I make. And I'm not even here to sell you the courses. I'm just telling you, this is why I made the People Pleaser Recovery Bootcamp. Because even in separating ourselves from somebody who is separating us from ourselves, we still thinking about protecting them. I'm not saying this to come at you, love, the one that shared that. I'm not saying that to come at you or shame you. I just want better for you than to continue protecting somebody who never protected you. That's all. And honestly, I will give y'all some game here. I tell my clients this all the time, but steal it. Just use this. This is what I give my clients. I'm going to give this to y'all to steal right now. Okay? First off, a man who truly loves you is only going to be a man who loves not only himself, but God's will over his life. Now, I know that sounds kind of theoretical, religious, etc. No, it just means that this man has established not only what God wants for him, okay? Whoever his higher power is, I'm calling God, because that's the Bible I believe in. But he's also got a track record that shows that he's devoted himself to a higher purpose than his feelings, his emotions, any addictions, any pleasure, any past wounds. I talked about this in the masterclass, actually, Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. When you look at a man's track record, you're trying to decode, you're trying to decide and discern, is this man truly able to love me? You got to first look at the evidence of the love that he says he has now for himself or his life. Because if he doesn't have that established, there's nothing for you to integrate into where you're going to be equally held as a priority. Any man that treats a woman well treats her well as a byproduct of something else that's bigger than him, bigger than how he feels. That's why I say a lot of dudes treat a woman how they feel about them, but an evolved man, an alpha male, treats a woman how God told him to treat her. Meaning, the true alpha male, contrary to popular belief, is not about men who are all about themselves and narcissistic. No, it's the man who's actually about something bigger than himself. And he integrates the woman into that. That's the alpha male. There's honestly, I don't say many other. There are many other, but there's 7 other primary signs of a true alpha male. And if you knew them, you wouldn't get caught up with everything pretending to be. You wouldn't get caught up with everything opposite. And if you're an evolved woman, that's literally the only type of man that you could possibly make something work with anyway. If you are a grown woman, that's the only type of man that you can make something work with. A true alpha male who's principle-led, not pleasure-driven, not avoiding pain. Matter of fact, comment the word secrets if you want access to this masterclass where I broke all of this down. Completely fast-tracks your ability to weed out those men who are not alpha males and therefore position yourself for the man who is. And actually, if you use these strategies correctly, like the 15,000 plus women who have, more than likely you're going to attract multiple alpha males that you can choose from. Comment the word secrets. I'll send you the link to get access to this masterclass free. Contains a lot of stuff that I usually coach my paying clients on. I'll give you the strategies free. Comment the word secrets and I got you. But back to what I was saying. That man don't miss you. Not in the context that we've been told what I miss you means. Not in the context that we've always treated I miss you because we say it to our mother and our children and our this and our that we truly do love. When a man had his chance with you and played with you, he do not miss you. He misses the access he had to you. But your purpose is bigger than teaching a man how to treat you through your tolerance or through you eventually leaving. Your purpose is so much bigger. His education shouldn't require your exhaustion. Call me what you want. I'll be the bad guy. But you're not meant to be the woman that he practices on before he's ready for real love. You're not supposed to be the one that teaches him through losing you. You're not supposed to be the one who's his transformation ground, his trial ground for transformation, his training ground for transformation. You're not the worksheet for a man still working through his issues. If he needs to mishandle you in order to understand what value that you had, he needs therapy, not another chance. I hope that makes sense to somebody. I hope that makes sense to somebody. That man had a whole diamond and treated it like it was cubic zirconia, plastic. He had a forever woman and treated her like she was whatever. Now he want to be in your text messages, your DMs, or calling you and talking about he misses when he dismissed. Nah, he ain't missing you. He's missing the benefits package that came with you. He's missing those home cooked meals, not the cooking together time that you could have spent with him. He's missing you cleaning his clothes. He's not missing the intimacy in that home. And so I want you to take the power away from those men who like to throw that word out after they mishandled you. Your absence shouldn't teach your value. Your presence should inspire a man to see it. Missing you don't mean a damn thing for somebody who mishandled you. But those are just my thoughts. If you agree with anything that I said, if you found truth in anything that I said, and only if you found truth in something that I said, I just want you to show it by finding a little arrow down here and hitting the share button so somebody on your timeline can get blessed by this the same way that you did. I'm your internet big bro. Y'all know I got your back, always. And if you want more content like this, but better, more in depth, do yourself a favor. Click the link right here. I pinned it down here in the comments and get access to my masterclass secrets to attracting alpha males only. Or just comment the word secrets. I'll send it to you absolutely free. But you got to hurry because it's coming down soon. I'll put the link right here, down in the comments, right here. Click that link or in the caption and get access. I'm about to hop over in the chat. Make sure you say hey whenever you get inside. Peace.